So tell us, let's shift a little bit to this organization right here.
Right.
Tell us what makes it work. I mean, you have a board, you have volunteers. What makes this place work?
Well, part of our charter mission from the original days, and it's still part of the requirements if you receive federal dollars as a Center for Independent Living, is that you have 51% or more of your staff who have disabilities themselves. And at our center, we are at about 72 to 75% of our staff that has disabilities right now today. And on our board, we have about 65% of our board who have disabilities. And the requirement, again, is 51%. And what we do is we work collaboratively. Even though we may have people in different levels of power throughout the organization because of their positions, really when we do an event, when we do an activity, we're all working together. So whether it be an advocacy event, which is my department, or it be an independent living skills event, or it be an employment event, or it be a youth event, a mentoring event, we are all working together. And we have 5 crucial core areas that we have to work in, and then we work in many, many others as well. We have to cover areas of advocacy and education, peer support, information and referral, independent living skills, and nursing home transition. There are a lot of people in our community, over 1,300 right now, who are placed in some sort of nursing home facility where they don't want to be. And so we want to assist people to find their way home, to make their own community choice. For people who want to be in a nursing home, we aren't pushing people to do things they don't want to do, but it really is your choice, your voice. You make your choice, and so the ACT is my voice, my choice is what where people are working on, the Community Choice Act.
Very good. So you run the you cover the whole age span from children to seniors, yes, and giving services, right?
Right. We don't turn anybody away due to age. Most of our services are between 14 and 65, not because 65 is the end point, but because there are other services that are out there that are even in one of our leasers, the Ann Arbor Agency for Aging, does a lot of services for people who are older. And so we work collaboratively. Also for people who are younger, we work jointly with school systems. We work jointly with the Association for Community Advocacy. We work with community mental health, community supports and treatment services through the county. So we try to work collaboratively with many individuals. And we have a large recreation program that also goes way across the age span. When we just did our bike ride that was across the state in early August, we had individuals from 8 to 88 on the ride. And so different people do different amounts, whether it be 1 hour, 1 day, 1 mile, to 4 days long. And so people were able to be involved.
And you have those bikes here?
Yes, we have all kinds of cycles that people can come and try and see if it's a good fit for them. They can come and see what might be better for them, whether it be hand cycles, standard trike, a recumbent trike, a standard bicycle. We've got lots of different wonderful cycles that people can try. And every Tuesday night we have cycling during the months from April to October.
That's lovely. So these services must require quite a bit of funding. What about your operation budget, and how has that grown?
Well, we have gone from under $100,000 to just over $2.2 million in our budget over the course of course, 34 years, so it's a long time to be growing. And we certainly are running directly at the red line, because like all nonprofits, it's very challenging right now. It is very challenging to raise money. It's very challenging to get those grants. And so we work very hard at that, but we also are looking at sustaining funding. And so right now we are looking at social enterprising, and in doing that, we're looking at a for-profit business that could help to fund the nonprofit side of the business. That's going to be a long time before that, a few years before we get to it being able to be profitable. But it's a gift service program where we would be the packagers of these different types of floral gifts, gift baskets, etc. And we're modeling it after a program that was elsewhere in Michigan, and they have been very successful. And then we're also looking at we've developed the Ann Arbor Center for Independent Living Institute for Community-Based Research. So we have for a long time been partnering with University of Michigan, Wayne State, MSU, Eastern Michigan University to work on collaborative research projects. But often we are a small stipend of those research projects. And so we need to work on becoming the primary researcher. And in doing so, then we can get a larger cut of some of those dollars, which could also help to fund programs and research that we do. And then the other pieces that
Excuse me, do you have someone who's going to head this effort, this research effort? You do now have that?
We have a research and program development director who's been with the center for several years, and he writes many of our grants, and we also all collaborate on those grants as well. But Edward Woldman is running that area of our center, and we also rely on both federal and state dollars. We get federal money from, as I said earlier, from the Title VII Rehabilitation Act, and then the state gets an allotment of 504 rehabilitation dollars, which is federal money that comes to states to be delineated throughout the state. And the Ann Arbor Center for Independent Living for many years has been receiving that funding. And we are the first center in Michigan, the fourth in the country, and then now there are 15 in the state of Michigan and over 600 worldwide. And so it's something that in most major cities you will have a Center for Independent Living in in the United States.
And this 51, did you say 51 or 56%?
51%.
51%. So that's national and international?
Well, that's national, of course. We can't hold the international laws to effect, but there are some efforts at the UN to try to get a more accepted level of disability awareness throughout the world. But in the United States, we have the ADA, and we've just recently celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And we've been very involved in helping to make our communities more disability aware, and so we can all work together.
I thought it was interesting when I was visiting last time that your volunteers also have disabilities.
Yes. Yep.
So I thought that was, and that was one of the people that talked about feeling empowered. It was wonderful for her, wonderful to see, yes.
And it's not that everybody that we work with has disabilities, and it's not that everybody who works here has disabilities, nor are all of our volunteers. It really is a wide spectrum.
Yes.
And a great example of that is our employment program. And they also recently just got an award from Core Magazine for a diversity award. And when they work with employment, they're looking at helping with resumes, role-playing, connecting people to job opportunities, looking at what is out in our community, because a lot of people with disabilities are 12 times more likely to be unemployed. So the unemployment rate is pretty high, and so we're working at changing that, and that's also one of our federal grants that we received from the Department of Labor, is the Projects with Industry grant, which helps to fund that program and allows us to not have to charge whether you have a disability or not a disability to be part of those programs. And so we have regular events for all of our different programs.